subculture originated in the 1990s and reached its peak popularity in the mid to late 2000s. It was particularly popular among middle and high school students, though there are many that consider themselves or can be considered as part of the scene culture today. The term scene is derived from scene queen, a derogatory term from a 70s rock glam scene regarding a heterosexual musician who pretended to be gay. It was later applied to UK goth posers. In 2000s, this term was replaced with scene kid, which was later shortened to scene. With the subculture's recent declining popularity, the term is once again seen by some as derogatory. Scene culture spread through social circles in schools, through popular bands, and on social media.
I got into it probably because her. She listens to a lot of that kind of stuff. Like we do listen to My Chemical Romance, Paramore, all kind of things in that vicinity.
I got into the music. I think like a lot of the lyrics and the beat kind of made me, you know.
One of the most unifying factors in the subculture, and the way in which a member of the scene subculture can be best identified, is dress and appearance. Clothing trends in the scene subculture are influenced by the grunge and skate punk fashion, as well as some anime influences as the subculture has developed.
Especially with, I guess, guys, it's easier to point them out because skinny jeans in the sense. Not a lot of like non-scene boys wear skinny jeans. And I guess the band t-shirt because that's a staple in the you know. And then probably just colored hair. You know.
I guess by the way they dress and the way like their hair is. Their hair is layered, sometimes dyed different colors. They'd have skinny jeans on or like a fancy t-shirt.
Though clothing is generally more important to the subculture than artifacts, there are some artifacts that are popular among members.
Oh, I think like gauges. Like I feel like gauges, and then like when they get lip piercings, like I feel like I associate that with like when they get like eyebrow piercings. Yeah, a lot of people have those chunky plastic bracelets that say like "My commitment," things like that.
Those of the scene subculture are almost always middle and high school students. There tend to be a few cliques in any given school with members of the subculture, as many discover the subculture through friends. Language among members is generally derived from abbreviation commonly found in texting and on social media, though this was most popular at the height of the scene culture, as in recent years the subculture has been declining in popularity. The biggest shared belief within the subculture is the importance placed on music. Popular bands associated with the rise and height of scene culture are Blood on the Dance Floor, Broken Side, Never Shout Never, and Jeffree Star. Today, music tastes have shifted to include My Chemical Romance.
And they found you on the bathroom floor. I miss you so far. And the collision of your chaos that made it so hard.
Fall Out Boy.
We're sleeping and sleeping for the road team. We're going down, around, and sugar we're going down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet. A loaded gun, come, let's go getting bullet.
And Panic at the Disco, among others.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a...
I really like Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens, and My Chemical Romance.
I just saw Pierce the Veil concert.
Really?
Yeah, it was so cool.
We do listen to My Chemical Romance, Paramore, all kind of things in that vicinity.
Because of the high importance placed on music, the way one gains acceptance and higher status in the scene subculture is through knowledge of bands,
I guess it's mainly
attendance of concerts, and owning merchandise associated with popular scene bands.
Yeah, I guess going to concerts and owning a lot of like band merchandise.
The scene subculture has often been confused with the emo subculture. Though the two are similar, the emo subculture tends to focus on darker colors, and their popular music tends to be less upbeat and dance-oriented. Members of the emo subculture also tend to be more introverted.
The United States isn't the only region in which the scene subculture has been popular. It was also observed in Europe, Asia, and Latin America. And though the subculture is now declining, it is still a fixture in many school systems today. In conclusion, the study of an unfamiliar culture can be difficult. It is near impossible to observe without bias, or to truly understand the emotional attachments to aspects of scene culture. The directors of this film wish the audience to contemplate the preceding documentary with tolerance and respect. Extreme hairstyles and clothing may seem outrageous or alien-like to an outsider, but instead, allow yourself to admire scene culture for its commitment to the freedom of expression. To an outsider, the music of scene culture could be interpreted as obnoxious or dramatic. Instead, commend scene culture for its bravery to be open with their emotions and how they are able to use their culture to create a safe community for members who may not have the happiest life. Finally, praise scene culture for the melting pot of a community it has created from diverse groups like indie pop, emo, rave music, punk, and skater. Scene culture is a part of the endless cycle of the combination and separation of cultures. Though it is declining, the remnants of scene culture will give way to new subcultures in youth today, such as hardcore, sneakerhead, and C-punk subcultures. Scene culture will never die.
Yeah.